All right, being sick for a month straight hasn't killed me yet. We're back. Another episode of Who Should You Choose, the video series where I go through the prior videos, questions, and comments and help you with your hut lineup decisions. Again, if I don't get to your question this episode or your comment, make sure you subscribe, notifications on. There's like 50% of people that watch my videos that don't subscribe. Just click subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. Help me out. Notifications on. You can get your question answered in this video much faster. And if I don't answer it, just come check me out live on Twitch every single day that I'm living, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Twitch.tv/NoSleeves12. All right, here we go. 15 minutes on the clock. Vez says, Bonjour, Sleeves. I was wondering, I have excellent knowledge of the NHL, so when a new card is available in Hut, I know the player in question. In terms of baseball, I only know maybe 10 players who currently play in the MLB, but I was a big Expos fan back then. So I was wondering, if I could have fun in Diamond Dynasty, even if I mainly only know players from the 1990s. Delano, DeShields, and Larry Walker, my favorite players. They do a fantastic job of highlighting players from different eras. They have player builds, so they might release a Larry Walker rookie card that's much low rated, and then they might release his MVP card where it's like his best season ever. They do a fantastic job of giving you cards from eras. It's something that I wish the NHL would do. It's something that me and my man Kesso, we made a video like last 2 summers ago. Oh god, it took us like 20 hours, but we developed this like formula where we could develop builds and what a 99 power forward would look like compared to a 99 sniper, and something like that. Sen says, "Yo, Slaves, was thinking of team builders. I think I could have a good batch of 93s. Picked four guys. Was wondering if you agree on them. Oh, so you're guessing team builders." Michael Hanzus Yotes alumni. Ex-Shark GOAT. I think David Backus could be down the line. Nicholas Hjalmarsson from Chicago. Feeling Chris Pronger later down the line too. Troy Loney, Penguins alumni. I have no idea who that is. Dmitry Mironov. Wasn't he like an original Duck? That was before my time, but one from each division. Hope you like the ideas. Edit. Do you know the goalie cards if the team win means each game they play or just the whole I think it's each game they play. I have to be sure. I believe it's each game they play. No, I think it's just the winning one. I think it's just the winning one they go up to 91. Not 93. No, it's just 91, I believe. Or sorry, 80. No, it would be 91. My apologies. I keep thinking they started at 89. It would be for each game, I believe. I like your guesses. I'm fairly confident. So Pop on my podcast, he had a good guess earlier on. The power-up icons that are kind of obvious that didn't get power-up icons. So Rob Lake, they've got to be big and like meta build. So Rob Lake, Matt Sundin, those would be 2 that I would be almost certain would get one. Eric Lindros would be another one I could definitely see. I like the ones you picked though. Those are obscure, and they always pick some weird ones. I mean, Patrice Brisebois was one. Slaves, quick question. I'm trying to get Jets cards for a theme team, but there just really isn't many decent ones. I just thought about Josh Morrissey's X Factor, but I think it would be better to just get his best card out at the moment because of abilities. Any thoughts on what to do? They need more Jets cards. Nothing they can do. This is the problem with NHL. They really back themselves into a corner with everything they do because their format of releasing content is just from a decade ago. And they don't want to reinvent it. They come up with new ideas to give us the same kind of stuff. And it sucks, unfortunately. But there's, like I said, with a Jets theme team, you got a way easier time than my Sharks, let me tell you. Because it sucks. 87 live moments Otter or All-Star Otter. Is he worth 100K? Also, what do you think about Star of the Month Matthews? Packed him and sold him. Should I rebuy for lower, or would you suggest another lefty? Need a great second line center. Thanks, Sleep. I like Matthews' Star of the Month card. I do. I think it's a really, really good card. If you could buy it for cheaper than you got him, you at least make coins on him. No goalie is worth 100K, but if you're really struggling to find a goaltender and it gives you peace of mind, then yeah. But again, any goaltender that's 6'5" and above with showstopper or instincts, that's like the rule. Hey, Slaves, any advice on the power play? Like which strategy to run or if there's plays to look for? I've been struggling, so is there a way to practice the 1-3-1 power play? I'm not seeing any practice mode. The 1-3-1 is great if your AI actually moved. Because in NHL 24, your AI in the offensive zone, they do not fight to get open. So if you are cycling and you stop and you wait for someone to get open, your players don't move. And it's killing any sort of strategy in this game, even more than the fact that we've had the same strategies for 20 years. I would go with the overload and then just do what you normally do using the overload. I have a lot of YouTube shorts that'll show you how to score with the overload, and you've got an easier time to do it because there's one less player defending. Is it worth spending $250K on 90 Bedard since he's a special build, or should I wait for another card release? The reason why... Wait. $250K on 90 Bedard. I'm tripping. Is that the... What 90 Bedard? I literally have been sleeping for 2 days, so I apologize. I can't think really well. He's probably going to get another card release. If you really want a Bedard, I would try and get his next-gen card because you can't make it anymore. And if he wins the Calder, which he probably will, unless he gets hurt for the rest of the season, then what you could do is he will become a 99. Or you could get his 99. His 99 is guaranteed as the XP path at the end of May. Sleeves, hunting for team builders or go for Gretzky and Lemieux? Free-to-play player with 400,000 coins, thinking I should buy gold players while they are cheap, not sure. Depends how many team builders you have. If you really want to catch up to the rest of the player base, I would try and get as many team builders as you can so that you can be ready. Like if you watch my No Money Spent series, I struggled getting a really good team for the first, month or so. But then I was so ready for the team builder release that I got all of the 90s at once, all 6 of them. All 6 of them. And I completely caught up to everybody else. You can always get Lemieux and Gretzky. And because they are able to be made, they will fall in price. What's up, Sleeves? What are your thoughts on EA bringing back more throwback cards or old games card art? Do you think it would create an old demeanor on the game reusing old stuff? Or do you think it would be a positive? For example, even as late as the Hut Live and the Milestone cards art from NHL 14. They were unreal looking. And it would be sick to have in game again. Also, cards such as Hockey Fights Cancer, Movember, Lit versus Grit. See, I actually kind of like that because it brings back some nostalgia. Obviously, there is that, you're rehashing whatever. But I think that when they redo an event, like, let's say, style icons or whatever, they would bring back a style icon card from NHL 21. That'd be kind of cool. I'm fine with that. Like, one of the more popular ones, like, Ovechkin? No, Matthews? I can't... God, it's been a while. I have the Power Up All-Star Selanne untradeable, but I already have his Power Up icon powered up to 91. Which is better fully powered up? Keep in mind I have Howe in 99 also. Well, the All-Star Selanne is better than the Icon Selanne right now. The thing about Icon Selanne is that he will continue to go up to a 99. So if you really want Selanne, I would keep his Power Up icon because eventually he will be better. Sleeves, got a classic. Who should you choose? Or who should I choose? New 90 overall live moments, Victor Hedman. I pulled untradeable. Or his Nations of Hockey MSB. I'm planning on pairing him with the 86 Team of the Week, Eric Carlson, if that helps. Give me 1 second. Gonna look him up on HudHub. Victor Hedman's Live Moments card has Heat Seeker, Tape to Tape, and no, you want to go with his Nations card because his Nations card has Gold Shutdown, which makes him absolutely ridiculous. And I have that card. It's very good. Hey, Sleeves, I just got X Factor Tkachuk from a reroll. Is he worth upgrading? No. His X Factor is absolutely booty cheeks. Hey, Sleeves, I just got X... Oh, whoops. Repeat. Hey, Sleeves, do you think they are going to put a 99 Bobby Orr in? If yes, I think they will put him in Team Builder or the free 99 where you can get... Where do you see... I'm stunned they didn't give him a power-up icon like they just released. He definitely will get another card. I could see him getting one of the 99s that's like the Makar one, like the sets at the end. I could definitely see that, especially because he's opposite-handed. So we know Bedard and Makar are getting one. But I think that they're going to make it a choice back for each position. So I could see that for sure. Hey, Sleeves, will Eichel's All-Star card be available for trade-in for his injury? You rock, by the way. Yeah, this is coming out on Tuesday. I could definitely see it by today. I think Kreider and Kyle Connor are the replacements, so it'll be one of them. Hey, Sleeves, just wanted to start saying I love your content and how much you work. Appreciate that, man. I mean, all I'm doing is playing video games, you know? I'm free to play and have 2 to 3 hours a day to play. My average champs run is 8 or 9 wins, and I usually use the collectibles for power up collectibles. How many players that need to be? I have many players that need to be leveled up. My question is, should I use my collectibles for power up collectibles or packs? Well, if you've got Mario or Gretzky or X Factors that you're going to use all year, you want to make sure that they're all caught up. When you get into a little bit of trouble when you're trying to chase multiple MSPs. Again, always try and make the free one by completing the objectives. But then after that, if you're getting like extras, that's when it kind of like loses its value quite a bit. So I would upgrade the cards you intend on using all year and then probably get packs. The first question, that first question brought me back to my college days of NHL 13 or 14. You would get a coin bonus for collecting a whole team. You got to keep the cards. The day the game dropped was about grabbing whatever everyone felt were useless bronze silver players in the market, completing teams that immediately sell off, them using the proceeds. I'm not saying we need to go back to this, but it was a damn wild west of a market. But man, the rush of opening a random ass pack for rewards, the last silver you need of an AHL team. Yeah, that was a mess. That was when no one knew how to do an ultimate team correctly, and you could just get rich. Like it was a disaster. There was no. I think it's like obviously what we have now is so strict and ridiculous, but back then, man, like it doesn't make the game better when everyone is rich, because then you have nothing to chase. They just need to do different stuff. Like I don't know what collection based rewards should be the focus of Ultimate Team modes, in my opinion. Meaning that like you should have to collect every team in the game and get stuff for that. Like I said, if you want to collect the CHL team, you want to collect the Niagara Ice Dogs. All the Niagara Ice Dogs. You lock them in, they become untradeable. So you keep the cards, but they're untradeable, okay? And you get an 86 overall Alex Pietrangelo or Dougie Hamilton or Carter Verhaeghe or Jason Robertson, for example. That would be what I would do. Appreciate the videos as always. Pretty simple question. Modano or Gretzky at center? I currently have Team of the Year McDavid and McKinnon, and I have Joe Nieuwendyk at center. And I'm close to another team builder to get Modano. I'm also grinding to get 99. I actually like Gretzky at center. If you can activate Speed Boost on Modano, it's always kind of a rule of thumb. Whoever's fastest goes to the wing. Hey, Sleeves, thanks for the great content. My question is, what should I do with my D on the right side? I already have Regeer, and I'm over halfway to Mitchell, which will bump Nations of Hockey Hedman into the third pair. I actually think Hedman should be first pair for those two. On the left, I have a coin, and I just pulled X Factor Makar and got him to 89 now. I also have Doughty's X Factor, which I've been sitting on. Should I upgrade to that, or is it a waste? He's now a 98. He ain't a waste. I was also thinking of the new Hut Champ Seabrook, but I think that'd be a waste. In your situation, that'd be a waste. Thanks for the help. Keep up the great work. Also, side note, is anyone else having the problem where Hutverse cards are playing their positions they play in real life? I keep seeing them go back to the... Is that actually... That would be really annoying. Hey, Slaves, I love the vids. I'm in the process of getting 287 Team Builder players. Already have one and have enough for a second. And putting them towards one of the 90s. Which 90 will last me the longest in terms of progression? I have a mediocre team with 89s across the board. My first O and D. Any of them would be an upgrade. Just want to make sure. Modano would be the best. Forwards are always going to be more important than defensemen. Madonna would be first, and then after that, a coin or Regeer, depending on McCoin or Mitchell, depending on what one's your other defenseman. JJ is obviously going to win the world championship. Good luck, JJ. Attaboy. Hey, Sleeves, question about the effectiveness of zone, superstar abilities, and synergies. If you activate, say, Sniper Forward, and the shooting stats are now max at 99, do superstar abilities like Close Quarters make it snappy, make it player for the obsolete player? So this comes down to animation-based abilities and attribute-based abilities. So Close Quarters is an animation-based ability. So what Close Quarters does is there is a background thing that happens when you catch a puck, or let's say it's a bouncing puck off a pad and it lands on your stick. It might look clean, but the game reads that as this is a bouncing puck. So it will hammer your power and accuracy on it, but you won't see it, right? Close Quarters makes it where it uses your full power and accuracy on the shot, no matter how they catch the puck, which is why Close Quarters is so impactful. Make it snappy is a little bit different, because it's from all I can see, it's an attribute-based ability. It doesn't give an animation. It makes the sound like where you can feel it being hammered. But at 99, I don't know how much more impactful it is, to be honest with you. I think it's a attribute-based ability. Again, they're so secretive about this. It's hard to get a real answer. I try to talk to the developers all the time about it. So, Kolzig is fire. I mean, I've heard both good things and bad. Hey, Slaves, I have 86 X Factor point. I've tried moving up and down my lineup, and he just can't produce. Got to move on then. I have X Factor Zegras in my collection, and I get a free X Factor for 2 gold players in 2 days. Do I put more into point or break him down and reroll? I would break down and reroll, dude. Not necessarily a who should you choose, but for NHL 25, should they make bigger players like Obi Tage or anyone 6'2" and over 210K out at 90, max out at 90 overall in skating, and not give them skating or agility abilities, while smaller players like McDavid and McKinnon are more evasive and harder to hit? That comes... It's tough, man, because, like, for example, Chris Kreider's a little bit bigger. He's one of the fastest skaters in the league. You can't hammer a player's ability to skate just because they're big in game. But in the video game, yes, there should be some sort of, like, limit on there. I think it should be a build issue. Like I said, so if a defensive defender, maybe he can't get up to 99 skating, but he can, or I honestly don't know how you fix this. This is where I think that they're at a loss no matter what. I hate progression. In my opinion, I think skating shouldn't upgrade at all throughout the year. I think it should just be what it is at launch, and that's what it is. Because what would end up happening is that you'd get McKinnon or McDavid, and they'd be the best players, but they are the best players. So I don't know. It's tough. I think it should mimic the earlier launch of the year, because at the early launch of the year, smaller players are very viable. I mean, even Jack Hughes is usable right now. Very, very good card. So I think they've done a better job slowing progression down, but it's made content way more boring because they haven't figured out a new way to release content. Hey, Slaves, I'm struggling to decide on what to do with the next gen Bedard. He's currently fourth on my fourth line, and I just made Team use MSP to replace him. I still need to upgrade Team from 83 overall. Is it worth the breakdown Bedsy to use the collectibles for Team, or do I save Bedard fully upgraded? He's going to get nominated, so he's going to go to a 97 at least. You can always get the collectibles again later down the line. You could. So figure out how many you're going to waste. I think you'd end up wasting 4. So know that, but you would end up having to pay for the upgrade later on. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's Who Should You Choose. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and I'll see you next episode. Have a good one.